Wake up, America! You're being screwed in multiple ways. Now, this is a health and diet channel, so let's talk about how you're being screwed through that. People think they have free will. Not in a society where they're manipulating you all over the place. Let's talk about the diet industry, the weight loss industry, doctors who have gotten on board with this industry. They say they have the answer, but where are the results? Look at the results. This is the results. I can't stand still. That's why my bike videos are better. Now, these industries may put the blame on the public. Yeah, that's a good one. You could do that. They're responsible for a lot of things, and partly responsible for getting fat. But look at all the tools they have, the tools they're given. They don't work. First, the food industry makes them fat. Then the diet industry keeps them fat while taking their money. And yeah, people do lose weight. I've covered this topic, where they lose weight at first because these diets are designed to make you lose weight at first. You can't stay on them, and you'll gain the weight back. But now I'm looking at the bigger picture. I was reading this article, cutting to the interesting parts. A recent study, 10,000 students, found that body weight was the most consistent predictor of an eating disorder. Students that were overweight or obese were at the highest risk for an eating disorder. Well, that's interesting in itself there, but I'm not going where you think I'm going. A 2015 study examined patients seeking treatment for restrictive eating disorders. Oh, I was just thinking, I can't say certain words, and those are coming up right here. Such as the A word. What this article is getting at is how fat people, in an effort to lose weight, may get an eating disorder. So the diet industry, and maybe even doctors, are leading these people, their patients, to disordered eating, which reminded me of Dr. Phil, who appeared in my last video, which I just took down. Segue. I do this a lot in my videos. I don't know if people are bothered by this, but there's a whole bunch of connections that need to be made. I took down this video. This video was to help someone who had the A word, being too skinny, not eating enough. I may have the answer to save her life. She's a YouTuber. You may know her. It's about Eugenia. She's not being helped right now. She is heading towards death. I have this idea that I haven't seen anywhere else to help her. And the video happened to be great, by the way. It was one of my best videos. Best opening ever. Well, no sense advertising it, because I took it down, but it'll be going back up in a different form. So be sure to check that out. Okay, I've got the notice from YouTube here saying the copyright owner of the Dr. Phil footage I used. That is CBS. And so number one, I cannot monetize the video. But what I noticed when this happens, your video can't be played on mobile devices. Now, who uses mobile devices?
Wait, it's in front of us. Oh my gosh, careful. Don't scare the Pokemon. I don't know if you can scare.
A lot of people are now. Maybe it's the majority by now. And so my video is not going to take off to reach Eugenia. I already have enough problems with my videos getting into search results. I can't have this problem too, so I had to take it down. And yeah, this is all connected with the not helping of people who need health and diet help. CBS is not helping. And in the copyright notice I have on my YouTube channel, it says my video, CBS looked at it manually, meaning that an actual person watched it and saw that my video was trying to save somebody's life. Of course, it was also showing that Dr. Phil is not going to be helping a lot of people with this. And as I'm thinking about him, I recall, oh yeah, we know he's a psychiatrist, but he has also gotten into the diet industry. About a year ago, I was at a bookstore and I saw that he has a diet book. I am smirking right now because Dr. Phil is fat. I hope that smirking is not advertiser unfriendly or calling somebody fat. Oh, it sort of is. That's another story. I can't get into everything. But in short, yeah, trying to help people who are fat could be seen as discriminating, saying that's not acceptable. And speaking of which, there's this group out there, Fat Acceptance Movement. A lot of fat people are giving up and accepting being fat. And in this acceptance, they don't want to be reminded by society, or people like me, that there is something wrong, because they want to accept it and pretend that there's nothing wrong here. And in short, Dr. Phil's book, and give a 30-second review. I don't remember it much, but he's a psychiatrist, so it's probably a big book filled with a whole bunch of complex psychological stuff. Now, I wrote a book on how to get control of your diet. It's mostly through psychology. It only took me 20 pages to do it. And then I can sell the book really cheap. If you're interested, you can find the information below in the description. And I recall that his book just wasn't correct. It wasn't what's going to really help people, because he's missing the truth. It's really what it comes down to. If you don't have the truth to begin with, all this jargon that follows it isn't going to help. So back to this article. Now, I haven't even finished reading. It only took a couple paragraphs to inspire me to make this video. And I just read the end of this paragraph. I was basically on the same track as this writer. They found that eating disorder symptoms in adolescents with a weight history in the overweight or obese range not only were underdiagnosed, that'd be your doctor, eating disorder symptoms were actually encouraged by medical professionals who congratulated these patients for losing weight. There you go, people. There's debate in our YouTube community here among us vegans concerning calories. Cutting calories and restricting, this is not good. But some people say it's the only way to lose weight. These professionals do not have the answer. They're throwing bad information after a corrupt agenda. This is why I don't like using science or studies. That's what these losers use. And yes, they are losers because they have lost. I actually have the answer. All of these professionals coming from formal education has failed the American people. And now these people need to be de-educated from their miseducation. These professionals have made it too complicated. It's actually really simple. People need to be taught to get away from all this unnatural eating, which is disordered, and start eating the way the human body was meant to eat. And eat all you want of that. Once the body's getting the diet that it needs and all the nutrients that are in it in abundance, the body will normalize itself. All this disordered eating creates a disordered body. It messes up your whole system so it can't work right, goes into emergency mode, and that's why it is storing fat. I've got 2 ebooks. I've got about 10 articles on my website, highfruitlifestyle.com, and I've got hundreds of videos right here. Actually, on my old channel, I'll put up an older video that goes with this one. You can find it right here. And watch for my new content. It's only getting better. I'm skipping a lot of stuff just to give you the biggest and best stuff. And if you can't remember to watch for it, then subscribe and turn your notifications on. And if you see a video you think you may have seen before, well, keep watching anyway, or at least let the video run, because it needs to do that in order to help the video get into search results to the people that it needs to get to. And my videos are like movies. The more times you watch them, the better they get. And I like to close my videos with something different, just to stick in some stuff. So,
great reporting during your hour, Rachel. Really important. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, it is all real now.